DSL unclickeroony of the microphone. There we go. 26 seconds in this time round. The last stream I was 46 seconds in before my mic got muted. Terrible. Really is terrible. Evening to all of your beautiful little first. Snacks is the first. Hashtag YouTube comments from 2007 onwards. Evening gents, evening snacks, evening lager. Evening, young Master James. Hope you're well, mate. I hope you're all well, for that matter. Hope you all had a good week. Those that have been off school with the school holidays. Hope you've been chilling, having some fun. All that good stuff. We are here on this really muggy Wednesday evening, I must say. The weather today has been all kind of everywhere. It's been hot, it's been cold, it's been yes and it's been no. It's been up and it's been down. Anyway, Katy Perry out the situation. Evening. I'm excited. I'm in a really hyper mood. I'm so giddy. But round 8 of the DSL Sprint League. My Spotify is far too loud. I am shouting into my headset. Let me just crank this down 2 ticks. There we go. Right. I can hear myself think now. Yes. Wednesday evenings. What more do you want on a Wednesday evening than some racing action? DSL Sprint League Round 8 around Imola. I'm not going to try pronounce the entire name of this circuit. For all that know me, know that I have a hard time with English, and that is my only language that I speak. So at no point am I going to try to pronounce the Emilia blah 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 pizza topping pasta Grand Prix. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So it's just Imola. Is what it is tonight. It's just Imola. And it's a fun little circuit. I think a lot of drivers enjoy the circuit tonight. I do personally. It's one of my favourites. Flows really well. Ebbs and turns. A little bit of height change as well. So a couple of little hills, some hairpins. All that fun stuff. So, well, that's my heritage. Sorry. Sorry for all those that are in the chat that have Italian heritage flowing through their veins. I'm sure my statement there was very offensive to all involved. I am terribly sorry. In brackets, no, I'm not. But we are here. I'm ready. I am so ready. I am all kind of juiced up for tonight's race. Which what time is it? Where's my phone? There it is. 20 to 8. So we will be getting underway very, very shortly. I think all the drivers are in the lobby. Let's have a nosy down the lobby. Cinefella's in. Snacks, our resident Dutchman. Mr. Redding, Lager's in as well. Good to see you back in the lobbies, matey. Back home from work. Getting a chance to race with us. Lovely stuff. Turbo as well, squeezing in nicely. Lovely stuff from you, sir. Always happy to see you on circuit with us. Wonky in the gym as well. So I think we are all full up as far as the lobbies go. Unless there's somebody that I'm missing. Which there's a strong possibility. Give me a second whilst I clean my glasses so I can't see chat for the moment because I am very much legally blind. Once my glasses come off my face, I can't see half a foot in front of me. Once these come off my face, it's horrendous. There we go. Vision's back. I can see. Nice. I've now got vision again. Evening tempo, even age, even snack. The biggest dick in the house. Absolutely the biggest and the meatiest. Dick Van Deen. Good to see you in here, matey. Hope you are well. Hope you are all good. You and the family. You and the kiddie winks. All that jazz. Let me open a curtain real quick. Because I've just shut my curtains and then realised that it's quarter away and it's still sunny. So let's not be Count Dracula on commentary tonight, eh? Let's let a little bit of light in. Let's get some of that vitamin D up in my face. Oh, everyone's readying up. Perfect. See, I've not come too early tonight. I came at just the right time. So, job is a good one. Job is a good one. How is everyone? How is everyone doing? How's everyone's week been? Let me know if the week's been good to you, if the week's been bad to you. Or if it's been just quite Joe average. It sometimes happens, but that's never a bad thing. I'd rather a Joe average week than a bad week. That's for certain. That is for certain. 33 days off. Lovely stuff. Lovely. Ooh, that's a bit overcast. You have some good news. Spill the good news, my man. Spill the good news. I am all about that good news. More so if it's good, happy news, then that's even better. You want a prize? Ooh. 20 chicken nuggets and a kiss on the cheek. That is my prize. Nothing more, nothing less. I'll even throw in a cheeky dip as well for you, dragons. I'll even throw in a cheeky couple of dips. Oh, you want? Oh, you want? Okay. Well, you want a prize? I thought you want a prize for telling me your good news. I was gonna say. This man's bargaining with me in chat. Can't be doing that. I take no bribes. Yes, as Snack said there in chat, preset 3 for all drivers involved tonight. £500 voucher in. Ooh, cheeky stuff. Nice, matey. Jeez. That'll come in handy at... Why are cars so loud on circuit? Goodness me, is that my headset being cranked up to 1,000,000? Probably. There's a strong possibility. Let me just organise my audio. Yes, it is. My headset is cranked up to 1,000. That is why cars are so loud. There we go. Bellissimo. Since we are in Italy, it would be rude not to throw out the one Italian phrase that I know. So, it's like dry all weekend. Boo! Boo! I want a little bit of rain. Yeah, as AJ's mentioned in chat there, the wet running was fun earlier. It's not a bad little circuit in the wet. Very much ramps it up and makes racing very good around here in the wet stuff. Although I'm sure we had an RR race around here that was wet. Or wet for a period of time, I believe. At least. I think it either started wet or got wet during this session. Could be wrong. Again, could be talking absolute nonsense. But as far as I'm aware, it was wet during a period of that race. So, everyone out on softs. Naturally so. BFL, that was it. Thank you very much, AJ. The man, the myth, the photogenic memory. We'll bring up all that jazz. We'll stay on board James Mason, actually, since we're here. Since we are on board him already. We'll keep on board the young man as he goes to set his first lap of this short qualifying session into turn 1. He goes, I have lost my car around turn 1, turn 2 at least 10 times over the course of 48 hours. Man's not been impressed with my right foot. It has been like a lead hammer. He's got a little bit of traffic here from a car in front. Get out of the way! Thank you very much, monsieur. As James Mason comes barreling through the first hairpin around this very short... Was that a teammate as well impeding him? AlphaTauri boys not going to be having a polite conversation. Oh, pushing those track limits through into Sector 2. I should say that the track limits around Imola are very much punishing in the weirdest places. It really is. There's certain spots on this circuit where you can go through and take your full car off circuit and it won't do a thing to you. And then the next corner, you dip in half a wheel and your lap time gets deleted. Not there though for James Mason, flying through Sector 1, 2 and now into 3. The last stages of the lap as he's looking neat and tidy. Bank lap, obviously for the first lap of the session. Don't want to put too much down on the table. 117.117, all the sevens for young Master James Mason. Good lap from you, sir. As Tempo tips that straight away with a 116. I think 16s are going to be the lap time to have, I believe, up and down the field. Mid-16s, maybe low 16s. You never know. Some guys might dip into the 15s. Tonight, we've got some quick drivers in here. So we will keep an eye on that as the circuit progresses, as the rubber gets laid down. as lap times start to come fluttering down nicely. Cinderfella on a lap now, I believe, in the AlphaTauri, the second AlphaTauri, after impeding his teammate briefly, not massively, but briefly, through Sector 2. Evening, Silver Hedgehog, always good to see you in chat, my guy. Hope you're well. Hope you are all good, Silver Hedgehog. Oh, I've run a little bit wide there through the chicane. Easy to do. If you take too much of that entry apex, it can massively unsettle the car mid-corner, throw you out wide, and invalidate your lap. Track limits there being very generous to Cinderfella, it seems, throughout his first lap of the session. Shortest run to the line, across the line he goes, boom, 118.118. Some more time there to find, I would imagine, through the chicane. All the guys are on circuit at the minute. They are eager beavers. Excuse me, I do apologise as my lungs try to collapse upon me speaking. So we'll hop on board Fresh Agent here. We'll get all the HUD taken away apart from his telemetry at the bottom. Give you a full screen of this Ferrari going around one of its home Grand Prix, obviously Monza as well, being the home of Ferrari also. Although I'm pretty sure Imola is closer to the Ferrari test track than what Monza is, and I can't recall the test track for Ferrari. Mugello rings a bell, although I could be completely talking out my eye. It is. Oh, there we go. Jobs are good. Not bad, thanks. Enjoying the time without my game. Oh, mate, that's sucky. Ah, mate, been there myself, silver buddy. It's a pain in the ass when your ultimate runs out at the worst time. Speaking of pains in the ass, as Fresh Agent gets his lap time deleted. Speaking of those track limits, look at that camera angle over the brow of the hill there. Glorious stuff from the game. So we'll get off board that Ferrari for the moment as Mr. Plains goes P1 as usual, it seems, at the minute. Can somebody dethrone that young man from P1 in qualifying and P1 in the race? The last couple of weeks we have seen a new winner throughout one or two of the races. So we'll see tonight if people can keep up with the man, get him dethroned, because someone's got to slow him down. They really have. He is racing away in the driver's standings, and Williams are racing away in the constructors, which we'll get onto that very shortly. Give you a quick rundown of the point system, the point tables, I should say, not the point system. No way, shape or form am I running you through that old barrel of laughs. Absolutely not, as Abzi is coming flying through Sector 2 here, pushing those track limits on the right hand side. Won't be as brave as you dare. Throw the car in here, late on the brakes into the apex here. Very easy to lose the rear there as well. The entry slightly off camber, then you got the quick change of direction back up that hill. The rears at that point in the lap are screaming at you, begging you for mercy. Very easy to get that car slippy and slidey up that hill. Not tonight though for Abzi. Gets through there, navigates that sector very well. Into Sector 3 he comes. Final last corner. There we go. That's a word for you for no reason. Last corner is what I was trying to say. As he comes bounding across the line in the 116s, he goes 116.434, tidy and steady as ever from Abzi. Things you love to see. As I mentioned earlier, 16 is going to be all the range, I think, tonight, with a lot of drivers capable of pushing into the 116s. We've got from P1 down to P7 at the minute, all into the one. I've probably crazy niggas to spam me and invites in game. Block him? Well, if you've got him as your on a friends, like on your friends list on Xbox, then just block it. Yeah, just block it. I'm sure there's a block system on the Xbox, and I'm be very surprised if there's not a block system within the game. If there's not one within the game, just go on to EA Friends and remove him quickly. and go from there would be the best thing to do, I think. Well, obviously not, but you're just going to have to make a choice here, Centimeter. Either turn off your notifications, leave the lobby and sort it out real quick, or put up with it, is what I'm saying. I know you're in-game, I'm not a moron, but you have to make a choice, Chief. Either leave the lobby momentarily, see if you can sort it out on blocking. If need be, I'm not asked. I'll happily stop this session now. We'll get back into the lobby, and we'll restart the shot. And when we'll restart the shot qualifying, whilst drivers can sort it out. I'm not fussed. We're 10 minutes in, mate. So just let me know what we're doing, and we'll go from there. All that jazz. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that is happening to you. Obviously, we sorted out that hot mess from our side of things, but get that sorted for yourself as quickly as possible. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Jack. GG, sir, for getting that sorted out straight away. Hey, dear. Some people. I digress. What we're not having tonight is a moron ruining the evening's proceedings. That is for certain. Absolutely not. Let's get down this grid to one of my favourite people in this entire community, the Discord of the Racing Malarkey. It's Mr. Turbo. As he comes barreling through at Sector 2 on his outlap in the Ferrari. 2 Ferrari boys tonight. Gonna be rugging this car out. I just punched my microphone by accident, so apologies if you heard the thud as my hand slapped my headset. I am all about seeing Turbo do well. I really am. So let's get all the gizmos off the screen. Let's give this man the most screen time I can give him. Full screen to you, Turbo. Take us away into turn 1. Let's watch you set a glorious lap around this circuit. That Ferrari is gorgeous as well, I must say. Through turn 1 and 2 he goes very tidily. Indeed does Turbo. That looked absolutely rapid. A little bit of go-go juice from Turbo tonight, it seems, through Sector 1 as we head into the first hairpin. One of the first heavy braking zones. Get the car rotated in and nicely gentle on the power on the exit, because the corner ends up being, again, a little bit off camber mid-corner, then goes up the hill. It is so easy to get that power down far too early. Rears get hot, rears spool up. Off you go into the not gravel, the grass, or the barricade, God forbid. But not this time for Turbo. Lap is looking tidy. Into the chicane he comes. Oh, very nicely indeed. It looks like a changed man, does Turbo tonight. He's absolutely ragging that Ferrari throughout this lap, taking the optimal line throughout every corner. Through the chicane he came very nicely indeed. I can't remember what the last 2 corners are called around this circuit, which is terrible. That is F1 ignorance. I should know what they're called, but I don't. I can't remember what those last 2 corners are called. With a 119.358. Sorry, I got a message on my phone from my driver. It completely put me off. Give me a second, just let me reply to Kingy real quick. I don't think he's here in chat. If he is in chat, then yes, Kingy, it is preset 3. If I'm not in chat, then I'll just message you back. So job's a good one. Job's a good one. God forbid people read their Discord messages and notifications through the week. They would have seen the preset straight away. So a quick rundown of the grid so far. We've got Snacks in P1 into the 115s. As I mentioned, some drivers might dabble into the sub 15s as he goes very wide into Aqua, whatever it's called. I'm not even going to try to pronounce them. I'm not. There's so many pronunciations, like I just can't. It's like Aqua Minerale, pasta dish. It's something anyway, but he went through there and went wide anyway, is what Snacks did. Which I'm going to assume is now a squashed lap. He's going to look to reset here and send it on this run. No, he's not. Into the pit lane he goes. Hansen talking bollocks 46, it seems. on Snacks's lap. So hop on board Fresh Agent as he's got a time down on the timesheet at 116.353, tidy as ever from Fresh Agent. Exotic Planes in at P3 at the moment, hoo-hoo, and that Williams getting shoveled back into the garage. Shoveled was not the word that my brain was looking for, but shoveled was a word that came out regardless. Terrible stuff. My vocabulary is very lackluster, it seems. Kurt Mistro ragging his house around on an invalidated lap. Off that car we go. Oh, speaking of drivers, actually. Speaking of drivers, my game got frozen. Oh, mate. Well, I won't pay you an invite. You might just have to. I do the same as what the other drivers have done, mate. And hopefully it gets all sorted. All that jazz. But yes, one thing I would like to mention, would love to mention, in fact, is that we've got another returning driver. A few weeks ago we had Flecky321 rejoin us after a very long period out of racing. Monster League racing, all that jazz. And now we've got Mertzy, who has apparently got the urge to do some more racing in the Alpine for us tonight. For all that don't know, Mertzy raced with us in the RR Racing League over on somebody else's channel at some point on Facebook. Also raced with a few of the guys in the BFL League a few years ago as well. Took a very extended leave off F1 at 2022. Didn't enjoy it, wasn't a fan of the game. Took some time away. Has hopped back on, and here he is. So things I love to see is a returning face to the grid, and more so a returning face that I enjoy. So GG's to you, sir, for being back with us, back racing on the grid. Snacks is happy with his lap, is Snacks. Mate, I'd be happy with a 15.7, buddy. I'd be very happy, as we've got Traffic Central up and down the grid, it seems, on my mini-map. We've got One Canadian into the pit lane. We've got Turbo on an outlap. We've got Angry David P raging as ever in that Haas on a invalidated lap as well. Kingy on a timed lap. Also, outlap for Snacks. Outlap for four of the guys in the top 6, or top 5, sorry. We've got 3 cars on an outlap. The rest of the cars on circuit. There seems to be guys right everywhere. Oh, hello, DNF from Absy in P2. Not caught that on the stream. If that's a pit lane retirement, I'm going to cuss you out like chuff in the Discord. Teasing me like that. If that is a pit lane retirement. Didn't see a yellow flag on circuit. We've got the boss man in the Alfa Romeo coming through sector 1 now into turn 5, I believe. Turn 5, 6. Could be wrong. Could be wrong there. Nicely on the brakes. As always, Mr. DSL Senna, Dr. Smooth is what we used to call him in the RR Racing League. He was always very smooth on the inputs, very smooth on the throttle, on the brakes, on the steering inputs, on his rig. Things that you love to see. Into the very heavy braking zone. Very easy to lock up your fronts going through there. You've got to be as brave as you dare as he rides that chicane like a rogue horse. As he goes yeeting over that entry apex there. Being a brave boy is Mr. Senna into the chicane. Things you love to see is drivers taking all that risk at the end of the qualifying session, which has flown by in an absolute jiffy as well. Strikes one to the line, he goes, whoa, across the line, bang, with a 116.511. Great lap there from you, sir. Don't even think about it, my guy. I can assure you I am way ahead of you, my man in chat, before you hop into here and ponder starting some ruckus. Absolutely not. I may be commentating, matey, but I've had 4 years of being a moderator, so get out of my face politely. As Senna gets across the line with a healthy time there, Mertzy dives into the pit lane. Checker flags being waved everywhere up and down the field. I think Snacks is going to be on a timed lap at the moment, unless he left it a little bit late. Have a timesheets. Boom! Improves as well. Flying Dutchman for a reason. With a 1:15.612. Tidy lap there. From you, sir. That is a great lap in the dying stages of the qualifying session. Mr. Plains on a time lap, I believe. Not too short. No, he's not. Session over. It seems for that 18 minutes has flown by in no time. That has gone by so quickly. Jesus Christ. So, Snacksy Boy getting a late call up to the party tonight, hopping into the Mercedes-Benz and very much setting that gauntlet down nice and early with a 1:15.612. Mr. Plains not that far adrift in the 1:15s as well, 15.986. Absy not getting the time to get a last-ditch effort in, but a good lap nonetheless with a 1:16.218. Great lap there, top three, very much separated by just under a second. And a few guys from P4 all the way down to P9, I believe it was. All into the 1:16s as well. So a lot of the chaps here separated by nigh on nothing. Things I love to see is drivers being separated by nothing. So this circuit always prompts very good racing from my experience driving on this circuit. Every league race I've done around here has been a good one. So let's hope tonight's proceedings is just the same. We go at 8:10, mate. No worries, buddy. All Gucci, baby. All Gucci. Has someone read it up? Or is that just my lobby countdown just ticking over? Nope, someone read it up. Nice. Thank you, whoever that was. GG to you, sir. Unbelievable. One job. Not raging up. No one's ready. Lights out and away we go, apparently. Into turn one. These are going to be barreling down. As guys were probably not even at their rig. Oh, yep. Guys, not at the rig. People wasn't ready. Well, we might have to restart this, chaps, to be honest with you. Because there was 4 cars, the middle of the grid. Wasn't ready. No one, I don't think no one was ready, to be honest with you. I think no one was remotely prepared for that to start. Because someone has just apparently can't follow a simple instruction, which is don't fucking ready up. It's not that difficult, boys. It's really not. It's really, really not. But we're coming through Sector 2 now. I believe, yes, we are through the chicane for the first time of this first race. If you want a lobby reset, boys, let me know now before this first race gets underway and in too deep, please, for those that can hear me. Before we get 5 laps in, because once we get about 5 laps in, the race is considered halfway through, and then we're not restarting. We're lap 1, lap 2 now. If drivers was caught off guard there by the race starting too quickly, I would rather reset and make it fair again than a guy lose out on a race start due to somebody readying up, which I think at least 4 guys at the back of the field wasn't ready, wasn't even at their pads or at their rigs. So, but until I'm told any further notice whether we're restarting or not, we've got Snacks away in P1. So hello, I'm sat on my headset wire at the minute, almost dragged that out my ears. That would have not been fun to hear, I can promise you that. There we go, but let's get up some good stuff. Let's get up all this jazz. Hey, there we go, nice. So we've got Snacks P1, Mr. Plains P2 following through nicely. Thank you, yeah, thank you for that in the mod room, Dean. We know we're again not stupid. I don't need my phone blowing up. So if you could just hold off on that jazz for the minute, right, lads? It's lap 2. So, can one of you here, one of the mods, make a decision on what we do with this first race? Because lads thought they had 5 minutes, and there was 3 cars off the grid that didn't move. One kid in Jim got absolutely murdered by everybody because he wasn't there and wasn't ready. So if one of you could let me know swiftly before we get halfway through this session, because there's a safety car out, and now is the best time to decide what we do with this first race. So I think a restart might be handy here, because the bottom 5 of the grid didn't move off the line. So well, thank you, Mr. AJ Matey. I appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate it greatly. I said because about 4 drivers wasn't there. Yeah, there was 4 cars that didn't move because they've been given a 10-minute window and someone readied up. So, whilst we're on the safety car, I think now would be the best time to maybe sort this out and give the lads, excuse me, a fair chance at getting a race start. So, let me know when you know, my man. I appreciate you as always. As we are currently lap 3 under a safety car. And take a quick drink real quick. So we've got Snacks maintaining P1 at the moment. Mr. Planes maintaining P2. Fresh Agent up 1 in P3. Tempo up 1 in P4. Kurt Mistro up 2. Absolutely losing out on 3 upon the start of the race. Mr. Senna down 1. Ryan up 1. James Mason up 1 position. Murchie down 2 upon the race. That Lager holding and maintaining P11 for the moment. Delboy up 1. Sidvella up 1 as well. The man, the myth, the best gamer tag in the lobby. One Kenny Jim up 2. Turbo maintaining P15. AJ up 1. Kingy up 3 as well. Redding has left the session, so I'm going to assume restart is happening. Thank you. That's all I need to know, boys. Thank you very much. For those that are here and not a driver and just a viewer, give us 5 minutes whilst we restart this first race. We have a little short break during the short qualifying. We have about 5-10 minute break at most, just to let myself have a small rest on the vocal cords. Not that it does happen ever. And then the drivers just attend to something real quick, go to the toilet, you know, maybe go sort out the kids, all that good stuff. So give us 30 seconds. Let me get this lobby back up and running once the game catches up. Bellissimo. Dun 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 dun. Bang, get that on there. Lobby is open. It is on friends only, so the lobby is there for you all to jump back into, just whilst I sort out the finicky in betweens. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Get that onto preset. Lovely stuff. For those that are here and not a driver and a viewer, hope you're all well. Hope the day's been good, the week's been good and kind to you all. Most importantly. Most importantly, I think all the good stuff is back up and running. Just need to turn off short qualifying, I believe. My fingers aren't complying with my brain. So, oh, no, we can't do that apparently. But we can't do that. But we can't fucking, oh, we can. I'm being stupid. Never mind. Haha, bosh. Right. Lobby's open. For all that needs to get back in. Those that need invites, let me know in chat. For those that can invite those on PS and PC, again, do your bit for your boy. If you can get them in faster than what I can, get them invited, get them into the lobby, so we can get this underway. Did somebody catch the grid lineup? I know that's kind of, I should have most likely done that myself, but did somebody catch the lineup, please? That would be beautiful. Just so I know, because also we have to do a custom grid for the first race. So if someone can let me know if they have the grid. You have screens. Perfect. Thank you, Snacks. Just hit me up on Discord, matey, and I will sort it out from there. Oh, perfect. There we go. Right, AJ, usual malarkey. Come in. Fix this. Fix this. Right, I'll see about you, right? Hang on, let me include your audio. There we go. Bosh. Hello again, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Now might be a good opportunity to advise people if they need to get a block in. This is the time to do it.
Yes, 100%. So yes, drivers, for obviously for those that heard all that jazz. If you are getting spammed by invites of a certain person, now would be a good time to block said person if they are bothering you, because you don't want your game freezing during the race, all that stuff. So now would be the time to sort out any kind of finicky bullshit that you need to sort out. I can't remember how to set up a custom grid, AJ. Yeah, we haven't done this for a minute.
Yeah, so you're gonna go.
Found it.
Found it. There we go.
Man's brain is huge. Man's brain is huge. So, I mean, we've got a 5 minutes break now, Senna, whilst we sort out the lobby. So. Oh, good. So drivers that need to go do some stuff, go do some stuff. For all that just want to sit here and chill momentarily whilst I blab to AJ and sort out this grid, even better. So we had Snacks P1.
We did. We had Exotic P2.
Eyes work. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. Where's it? Jack?
Absy 3, Agent 4.
I sincerely apologise, Absy. Absy 3. Oop, that's one too many. Agent 4. Perfect.
Tempo 5, Senna 6.
Tempo 5. The man, the myth, the boss man. Where's his bloody name? P6. Perfect. Next.
Kurt 7, Mercy 8.
Kurt Mistro in P7. You're returning Jedi. Oh, I swear, if someone has joined the lobby, I'm gonna be so, I'm so pissed off. I'm pretty sure someone has joined the lobby and yeet everything fucking up and down the other day. God dang it! Yes, I'll make sure I try. Don't worry. Sorry, so Snacks P1, Planes P2, Fresh Agent shouldn't be P3.
Agent, no, it's Absy 3, Agent 4.
Absy is currently vanished, so that's why that happened. So.
Okay, yeah. So
he might be sorting out something. Right. So I'm just gonna discard those changes for the moment. I'll let drivers get out, because if I try to sort that out whilst everyone's coming in and out the lobby, it's gonna be a pain in my ass. And weather. Make sure it's dry. God, you set of melts, aren't you? I don't want rain. Why not? Why not a little bit of wet stuff? In fact, I might just set it now to wet, just out of spite, to be honest with you. Just to sod you all. Wait. Has Amsi jumped back in? I don't think he has. No, he
haven't seen him.
Hasn't. Not yet. Right. So we'll let him get back in first before we get on with the grid. Sorry about this for those that aren't a driver and just a viewer. As I mentioned, we have a 5-minute break, 5-10-minute break prior to the race starting. Let drivers get a drink, go to the toilet, give the kids a good night kiss, get some kids to bed, all that good stuff. We've got a grid of drivers from young to old to very old like AJ to really old like Tempo. Not Tempo, Turbo, sorry. You know, there's a nice little plethora of ages on the grid. So, some drivers need priorities to go do something else. All that. Game just crashed. Oh no. Okay, I'll get you an invite, matey, if you need one. Dun, 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 dun. There you are. Invite sent to your beautiful little face, Absy. Set that when you can, because I think you are the only one that we are needing. And as AJ said there in the chat, same tyre allocation. Don't be being that guy. Although the first race is a given. You don't have to stop in the first race, so. And Flecky getting a lifeline as well. It seems in tonight's proceedings, since he binned it on the first run of right, he's in perfect right. Right. We will get this done as quickly as we can, chaps, and we'll get you all back on circuit. So dun. Snacks P1.
Yeah, heads up, I'm gonna need a wee after we sort the grid.
Yeah, no worries. Mr. Oh no. Planes P2. Absy.
Absy 3, Agent 4.
Dun. Absy 3. Agent P4. Yep.
Yeah, Tempo 5, Center 6.
Tempo P5. Center P6. Yep.
Kurt 7, Mercy 8.
Kurt P7. Mercy P8. Next.
Ryan 9, James 10.
James 10. Perfect.
Lager 11, Flecky 12.
Lager 11. Flecky 12.
Dell 13, Cinderfella 14.
Dell 13. Cinderfella 14. Yep.
You got Turbo 15, Jim 16.
Jim 16. Yep.
Me 17, Reading 18.
Yaha.
And then Dave 19, Kingy 20.
Perfect. Right. So let me just give you a quick rundown there to make sure we got it right. Snacks P1, Planes P2, Absy P3, Fresh Agent P4, Tempo Senna and Kurt Misha 5, 6 and 7, Mercy P8, Ryan Wotton, James Mason Lager P9, 10 and 11, Flecky Del Boy, Cinefella Turbo, Wunkiny Jim, yourself, Reading, Angry Dave P and King making up the rest of the grid.
Yep, that's what I've got, Brent.
Lovely stuff. Right, you.
Cool.
Mate, thank you, sir. Muchly appreciate your little face. Go for a wee.
Right, back in a sec, and give me a bit for a wee.
Yeah, all good. Right. All good. Grid sorted. Little finicky stuff, all sorted. All good to go. So AJ's just gone to the toilet, so we'll have 5 minutes in the lobby, let drivers get their things done, get their things sorted out, because unfortunately there, someone had readied up, which I'm going to echo this once and once more only, drivers. It's not that difficult. It's not. Just don't ready up. It's all you got to do. Short qualifying finishers, sit there. It's all you got to do for 5 minutes. So one of you had a very fast trigger finger, and I will find out who it is, and you will be getting a very stern word from myself. Naughty, naughty. It's happened 5 times this season thus far, and it shouldn't do. It's not that hard to not recognize. Exotic, I will thump you. I see you flashing your little green light at me. I see you. I will kick your ass, young man. It's what I will do. Absolutely. You think you're funny. Look at me, this joker here on this side. I might just yeet him from lobby, to be honest with you. Just kick him out, you know what I mean? Let's get rid of him. Make sure AJ gets a party invite as well back to the party that he left to help me out. Thank you as well, Snacks Buddy, for the screenshots, matey. I saw your message, but obviously AJ hopped into the party and just read it through to me. But thank you nonetheless, my Dutch little comrade. Thank you very much, sir. So, we say... Oh, you all think you're funny now. Oh, So we got a lobby full of jokers, have we? Right here, right here. I see you all. I see you all. I see you all in Disco Inferno. I've got flashing lights everywhere. In the lobby tonight, it seemed the drivers are excited to get this race on the way, mashing that A button up and down the field. Ooh, 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 ooh. Y'all are for the finger bust is coming and everybody's jumping. Y'all are funny. Oh dear. Y'all are funny. Perfect. Thank you, lads, for the patience. All that good stuff again for the viewers here as well. Thank you for being patient with us whilst we get the lobby set up again. So this time, lads, the race is just starting. We've had the break now. So it's just going to be on circuit, lights out, and away we go. Alrighty, alrighty. Nice. Hope no one's clipped me singing Venga Boys there on stream either. Don't do that. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. But if he was epileptic, I know, right? Look over to my right and you just hear a thud. Just fall over. To change tyres. You are an idiot, Flaky, to be honest with you, mate. It is one of your many good characteristics, sir, is that you're an absolute fucking idiot. Get those tyres. Tyres changed. Tyres changed. Why has that mechanic got the biggest head on the planet? That guy in blue there, why is his head so big? Please tell me that's not just my screen. His head looks ginormous compared to the rest of his body. Look at the portion size compared to his body. How's he carrying that cranium around? His spine must be fucking knackered, carrying that beefcake of a skull around with him. Look at him. Fucking Megamind looking motherfucker. In that helmet over there. Jesus Christ. Why does it look so big? He's got the world's biggest lid. Right. 14 seconds left until this first race gets underway. Remember, boys, lights out and where we go this time round, so jobs ain't good un. Quick drink, wet the palate for the race start. Gotta bring up some gizmos. There we go, we've got 5 lights and lights out and away we go in a moment. Because again, game delay as always. I mean, this is the world's longest lights out. We've got drive-through penalties up and down the field, it seems. 2 guys get a drive-through there. That was a very long hold. Oh no, contact into turn 1 already. It's wheel banging. No space being given there. Tempo down the inside, maybe of the Dutchman. Not quite yet. Look at that procession of everyone going right round. Big contact crash. Carbon fibre. Death into turn 1. Looking down that field. Look, it said a Vela DNF. Cars are right round as well. AlphaTauri packed up on the apex, pointing backwards, and McLaren went around as well, got it faithful of another car. It seemed going into turn 1 and 2. There was some guy. There was restart again. There were some cars going around there through turn 1 and turn 2. It seems there not much space being shown through turn 1 and 2. 3 wide into turn 1 is never going to work. I can assure you that. Lager missing a front wing, a Red Bull missing a front wing as well. My poor Red Bull, the best car on the grid by far. Red Bull compliment for you, Senna, for you to look back and hear later on in the race. Lager with no front wing. Redding got a little bit of end plate damage, I believe so. What a contrasting start that was from the first time to the second time. This time around, we've got Fresh Agent in P1. Snacks losing out this time around in P2. Mr. Plains in P3, avoiding the carnage. It seems. I think it's just a VSC though. This time around, yes, it is. That was mate. That is. We can't just restart Chief, unfortunately, just because a driver loses out into turn 1. The first restart was logical. No one was at the rigs. There was a 5-minute break that didn't happen. So we restarted so everyone got off the line fairly. We can't just restart because one guy gets murdered into turn 1 and 2, matey. That's just not how it works, unfortunately, matey. I feel for you. I'm a racer myself, matey. Lap 1 DNF, never fun. But there's a full grid of cars as well that need to get on with the racing tonight, and that is what they are doing. So we've got Snacks in P2 chasing down the Ferrari in P1. Mr. Plane's always on the tail of any car he is chasing. Senna as well, maintaining, well, in fact, gaining up 1 position in P5. James Mason now on the back of DSL Senna into the chicane. DRS not quite enabled yet, but that will be enabled after this lap, which the DRS detection point is down into this sector here. It's just about here, I believe. Bump, DRS line for your boy. So we've got drivers pitting after the lap 1 carnage, I believe. Yes, we have. We've got 5 guys, I believe, pitting under the first lap mishaps. Again, 3 wide into turn 1. He's never going to end pretty for all involved. But guys are racers, guys have egos, guys have passion and want excitement into turn 1. And that is what we saw there into turn 1, 2 and 3. Was 3 wide. And carbon fibre being splattered around absolutely everywhere. So we've got Snacks here chasing the Ferrari in front. Mr. Planes on the gearbox as well. Absy as well, maintaining a nice healthy pace here in P4 for the minute. DRS enabled this lap, so car's going to be getting a nice little tow into turn 1. Excuse me, I do apologise. I had to mute my mic real quick there as I had a little bit of wind in my chest. Fizzy Pop, not the wisest choice to drink on a night of commentary, I can assure you. That is that Red Bull right round down the grid, I believe. Oh, hello. We've got cars fighting. Kingy taking an off-road route there through Aqua Valley, whatever it's called. Taking a scenic route through there. AJ on his lonesome at the moment down the grid. We've got cars very much adrift of everybody down the grid. But this is where the action lies. This is the business end of this race so far. Around the outside goes Snack DRS wide open into turn 1. He goes, great move there from the Dutchman, getting that move done and made clearly great stuff there from the Mercedes-Benz into turn 1. Now Fresh is now tuck in nicely behind, following him through for the remainder of this lap, hopefully getting back under DRS upon the next lap into turn 1. But under pressure though from Exotic Planes in the Williams behind, almost pushing the Ferrari though is not the Ferrari, sorry, the Mercedes is Fresh Agent at the moment. Up the hill he comes through sector 2, slowly going into sector 3 here, heavy on the brakes. Nibble that apex, get the wheel nice and straight, power down nice and early, up the hill you go into the chicane. We'll keep on board these 3 cars for the minute, because 2 cars are going to have DRS here. We've got a car there on the left hand side of the circuit getting blue flagged early on in this race, boxing for a new wing, I believe, getting blue flags, getting out of the way nicely as well, I may add. Now Snacks is sitting duck here, 2 cars behind maybe, as Mr. Plane is going to get the tow of Fresh Agent, but also Fresh Agent getting the tow from the car in front. It's not going to matter though, it seems, as he comes barreling by with the overspeed down the inside of the Ferrari into turn 1. Maybe get 2 cars actually, no, not quite close enough yet, it seems. Takes the apex nicely, does Mr. Planes in that Williams. Great stuff there from you, so getting that move done nicely and efficiently, things you love to see up and down the field. Speaking of the field, let's get down the field real quick. Let's not ignore the rest of the grid. We've got Flecker here behind One Kidney Jim in the McLaren, hounding the back of the McLaren, I may add, as he takes the scenic crew over some of the rumble strips on the entry of turn 3. You don't want to put your car on there, I can promise you that. The car does not like it. It gets all kinds of unsettled if you carry too much speed onto the entry apex. There's those little yellow sausages. Looks like an overcooked Greg sausage roll on the entry over the corners. Gets the car all kind of unsettled and doesn't like going through and over those, as he's going to be on the gearbox now, is Flecky of One Kidney Jim. Oh, great exit as well. Maybe get this move done long before the DRS. It seems into the chicane here. Oh, great move there. The exit he got there up the hill out of Aquamille or whatever it's bloody called was phenomenal from the Red Bull there, getting that move done early on in the lap, not looking to stay behind and get the DRS, backing himself to pull away before the DRS line, which he has done. So let's get the, there we go, interval. That is entirely my fault. I had the wrong gizmo up, it seems. For the moment, back up the field we go though, as Abzi now on the back of Snacks on the back of Fresh Agent, and Mr. Plains just said, thank you boys, cheers for coming, I'm gonna chaunter away, I'm gonna float away, so I'm gonna do boys, you battle upon yourselves it seems. Whilst I get on my merry way up the grid, Abzi absolutely hounding the back of this Mercedes right now in this Aston Martin. For those that have been here and watched throughout the last few weeks, well, the last few months, I should say, of our racing league, Abzi is very much a man that takes two cars at once. Not a one-car man, is an Abzi. He takes two cars at once. Round the Grand Prix at Spain, two cars into turn one. A couple weeks later on, two cars into turn one at Zandvoort, I believe. This man deals in twos, not in ones. That is for certain. Not quite close enough yet, though, to get past two cars, but close enough for DRS. Nonetheless, battery now being very much depleted around this Italian circuit. Battery life around here doesn't last very long. Got to be smart with it throughout your entire lap. Don't dump too early in the first sector of this lap, because then you lose out in sector, well, in sector 3, where you want to get a little bit closer. Then once you hit that DRS line, you want battery to play with. As into the gravel goes the Ferrari over Fresh Agent, losing out to it. A little bit of contact made there as well into the hairpin. Naughty from you there, sir. Picking a hole there and poking that nose into the hairpin. Now up the hill, these two guys go wheel to wheel, side by side. Great driving there from you two. Come on, camera, I will catch up, motherfucker. There we go. As these two guys going side by side through sector 2 into 3. He's got that move back. His Fresh Agent, what a move that is. What a drive that is. Through sector 2, they're getting that position back after making the mistake going into the gravel. Yes, a little bit of wheel banging into the hairpin, but not too excessive. Not too aggressive. Wasn't breaking his car and putting them both out of the race. I think Albs knew it was coming and got out of the way a little bit nonetheless. Hello, where have you come? Where's he come from? DSL boss man, out of absolute nowhere it seems, on lap 8 of 11 of this first race of the evening. Now in DRS range of the car in front. He snuck up, hasn't he? Out of absolute nowhere, the cheeky little monkey. Let's see how he goes on the back of this train of cars at the minute. Has someone got a time penalty? Is that Snacks with a time penalty for track limits? Let me bring it up. Yes, it is. 3 seconds now for the Dutchman in P2. That's going to sting like a mother chucker, is what that's going to do in P2 at the moment. With Fresh Agent behind, 1.5 seconds behind. Abzi not far adrift as well, as these two guys still absolutely battling it out. In fact, give me a moment here. Let me get down this grid real quick, because we've got guys up and down the field battling in this first race. Is what we have. We've got Mertzi, I believe, on the back of a Mercedes-Benz of AJ. Yes, he is in the Alpine. Bonjour, monsieur. He is saying in the back of that gearbox into turn 4 and turn 5. You don't want to get too wide through there, dipping a wheel in that gravel. Very much says, I'm going to die. Because that gravel is unforgiving, as you can imagine. Almost pushing the Mercedes is Mertzi through the hairpin, though. Up the hill, these two guys are gonna come. The wisest choice here now is just to follow that car through sector 2 and into sector 3. Follow that car as closely as you can. Wait for DRS. It's a big long run into turn 1. The OSB to Imola is massive. You just got to make sure you've got enough battery in reserve to get that move done, to make that move stick. Now Mertzi on 13% of battery life, whilst AJ 33% at the moment. 2 cars in front of him as well in DRS range. A little bit deep there though from AJ. Gets on the power nicely though regardless. Recovers that well. Mid-corner to exit though, but again, overspeed on this circuit, mega, but running out of battery is Mertzi after getting the DRS enabled again. You have to harvest that battery throughout the lap. Oh, right round! Contact, Alpine sandwich, oh, close to, Lager. My life flashed before my eyes for you, sir, as he's navigated to an Alpine sandwich, it seems, into turn 1 and turn 2, and threaded that needle. I'm sure he shut his eyes there and just fucking prayed, to be honest with you. I'm sure he went through there and said, oh Lord, take me now. Because there were two Alpines, one was pointing backwards, one was looking at him, and then AJ somehow got caught up in the mix of an Alpine sandwich there into turn 1 and turn 2, I believe. So up the grid, we are going to go. My voice is absolutely bagging already. And it is only the first race of the evening. These four Titans still up the field, not yielding a second. It's one button, Adam. There we go. Oh, right round. And big wobble from Mr. Plays in the Williams, losing out on P1 and P2. Right now, Alpin's had to take the outside route up the hill. He comes, throwing it around the outside. Oh, big snap as well of oversteer onto the runoff there. That's all kind of dusty. The car gets very out of shape. If you run out wide from there, no grip at all for your slick tyres if you run out wide onto that dusty, dirty little part of the circuit. These guys at the front here, not letting each other breathe, not giving each other an inch at the minute. From P1 down to P5, these Titans are giving each other absolutely nothing, as we've got a Ferrari round at the hairpin in sector 1, I believe. Don't want to get off this action for the moment. We'll keep an eye on the mini-map, see if that car gets recovered safely. Yes, it does. GG's to that Ferrari driver for being patient there, letting cars pass through. Speaking of passing, DSL boss man, overspeed into turn 1, it seems, round the outside he goes into turn 1 and turn 2. Great move there from the Alfa Romeo of DSL. Senna getting the most of that, sitting behind patiently, letting these guys fight it out, duke it out, battle it out in P2, 3 and, 1, 2 and 3 I should say, getting that move done when he needed it the most in the last lap of this race. First voice break of the evening, getting that move made late on in this Grand Prix, getting that move made and getting it stuck. So now Abs really now has one chance on this lap really to get this position back on circuit. No DRS now, given it's the last lap of this first race of the evening. Snacks now sat on 6 seconds worth of penalties. Gonna really hurt Snacks there at the moment, because now at the minute Abs is looking to gonna really benefit still from Snacks' penalty. It seems, yes, he is. I think. Let's bring up some stuff. There we go. We are all good for the moment. We've got Exalted on the back of Fresh Agent coming across to the line. At the moment, across the line they go to take a flag for Snacks in P1. A net P1 penalty is applied down to P5. That's going to sting like a bitch, is what that is going to do. Very much did the job, made a mistake during, still got the job done to get back up into P1, but track limits around here, brutal as ever around the Imola circuit, flicking it onto the runoff there in that Red Bull, getting that car all kind of shaky, baby. Yes, from you, sir, as he takes home P8 in the Red Bull. Wunkin and Jim taking on P9. Angry David P. I'm sure he's happy actually with P10, getting some haulage of points. Lovely stuff from you there, sir. Penalties down the field as well. 6 seconds for Lager. Gonna put that in place in a minute, I believe. Down 1 he goes. AJ with a 3-second. King with 6. Dullboy with 3 as well. Woohoo! What a drama-fueled, action-packed first race that was. Goodness gracious me. That was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Up and down the field. Sorry, chat, I completely just ignored you there, is what I did. from that race there. Couldn't get my eyes on tap because cars were just duking it out, battling it out, up and down the field. So let's have a look and run down through chat real quick. Again, apologies in advance. But I think your comments are amazing, mate. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that greatly, matey. Thank you very much. So the fella saying, what's that? An instant between Ryan Lager, Mercy and Flecker. Somehow I was the only one to get pooped on. Oh, mate, been that, buddy. Been there, done that, matey. Monza turn 1. Ho, ho. Monza turn 1 can be a shit show sometimes. You can get into turn 1, do nothing wrong, and some guy 30,000 yards back comes out of nowhere and kills you. It happens, matey. But one great thing about tonight is that you have 2 chances to get on circuit. So, as Senna says there in chat, quick 5-minute interval, let my voice simmer down for 30 seconds. After that race, Jesus H. Christ. And then we'll get back and this show underway. Whew, I am warm. Man has broke out in a sweat, it seems, during that first race. Yikes and Rooney. GG's for everyone up and down the field. Great racing from you all. Please tell me someone's not readied up straight away. I will be so miffed. I'll be so miffed. Oh. Oh dear me today. Madness. You will be angry. You will be sorry. I'll give you some of this. You can't see me, but I'm waggling my fist at you, Angry Dave. Is what I'm doing. I am shaking my fist at you, like a Roman Empire, like a Roman emperor. Honestly, you will be sorry. I'll kick your ass. Oh, someone's ready. I can probably guess who it was, to be honest with you. I can probably guess who it was. Oh. Never mind then. I will do this in. I'll do 32 laps, boys, on a full bladder. Don't you worry. I don't need a toilet. It's fine. Honestly, it's good. I'll do this on a full bladder. It's fine. Oh, gooch. Right, let's and where we go for the second race. Then it seems my voice box doesn't get a break. My bladder does not get emptied, and we are away for the second race of the DSL Sprint League Round 8 around the Imola circuit. Italiano is where we are tonight, ladies. Oh, right round contact made into turn 2 already. Whoa, who's that? Fucking go dropping like a fly, it seems, down the field. Someone getting put right round into turn 1 and turn. Was that a Haas? I think it might have been, not too sure. Anyway, up the field will go momentarily. Let's get some action for you all to witness, as we've got 32 laps now of the second race. So my voice will be dead as a dodo after we are done here. I can assure you that. But for the majority, the pack getting away nicely and cleanly. Mr. Blaine's making up 1 position into turn 1. First agent down 1, losing out for the minute. Absi up 1 as well, Senna down 1. As these cars come barreling through the chicane, or as Alonso would the chicane, as they come through nicely and cleanly on lap 1. Minus a little bit of contact made into turn 1 and turn 2. Everyone away nicely, I believe. Yes, they are. Oh, look at this little battle going on here. This is an absolute sea of cars going. Oh, contact made into the wall. He goes all left, right. Good night for Del Boy. Into the gravel he goes, over yonder. Get that car sent to the fucking Shadow Realm. As he went left, he went right. Del Boy is on a dance mat tonight, it seems, with that fucking hand movement. It's gone left, it's gone right, it's gone everywhere. There's Del Boy there getting caught up in the mix of 4 or 5 cars, it seems. I don't know, how did he crash on the straight road? How's that? Oh, kicking onto the gravel as well. into the Alpine, into the hairpin. He goes under pressure from Redding. Behind him now goes on to the grass. Alfa Romeo now making lawnmowers, it seems. As he gets on to the grass, doing the ground marshals a job there, doing them a favour, cutting away some shavings of the grass on the outside of the circuit. The man, the myth, the grass cutter is Redding FC20, it seems. Turbo on the back of AJ into the chicane. Also on the back of the McLaren in front of him as well. Yes, he is. We'll keep on board this little battle further down the field. More so since the front runners got a lot of love in that first race. So we shall make sure the mid-pack and the back of the field get some love as well on camera. That is for certain, as that move gets made very early from AJ. They're getting a great run of traction as well through the final two quad. Turbo now getting a run on one deal, not quite yet. The smart man that Turbo is opting out of sending it down the inside like a yobbo. Me myself would have sent that down the inside, taken out as both, and then got a race ban. Absolutely, but that's just me. I digress. Up the field, up the field. We are going to go up the field. Starts with an F, Adam. Starts with an F. There we go. Up the field we are going to go. We've got Senna now chasing down the front runners. Again, it seems, in P6, 6 tenths behind. Snacks in P5, who is just a second adrift of Kurt Mistro in P4. Abzi as well, always reliable in P3. Already got a time penalty though. It seems very early on in this second race. Yes, 3 seconds for Abzi. Oops, apologies. Smacking my microphone again. It seems my hands are being flown around everywhere. I talk with my hands, so my headset keeps getting smacked. My mic keeps getting smacked around here and there by my flailing hands in excitement. Speaking of excitement, DRS wide open down inside. Oh, not quite yet. That door got shut. Very, very late move there from Fraser Agent. You can't be doing that as late as you was. It seems upside down the inside into 4. Yes, he is. Limit contact made. Wheel bagging, shoulder barging through turn 4 onto gravel. He goes, keeping his foot pinned through it though. Did Abzi balls of steel, it seems. Barry big bollocks into the gravel, keeping that foot pinned as his wheels ventured off into the slippery gravel traps around the Imola circuit. They are not a friendly place to be. Is that gravel trap? And he kept that foot pinned and planted. Brave stuff there from the Aston Martin of Abzi in P3. Oh, hello, Kurt Mistro. Nice for you to join us, mate, in P4 now on the back of the Aston Martin as well. What is some of this action up the front of the grid is Kurt Mistro. Things you love to see is more drivers getting involved in the action further up the field. Speaking of getting involved, look who's lurking behind in the wakes. The man, the myth, the Flying Dutchman, absolutely sat there waiting to pounce on any mistakes further up the grid. Lager as well with Senna also being pulled along nicely by the train of cars in front. Oh, hello. Moves being made into turn 1. Yes, it is. Apologies for missing that as I went down the field. Move being made under DRS into turn 1. Great stuff there from... Oh, excuse me, I do apologise. Absolutely there into turn 1, Jesus Christ. Into turn 1, that move got made and got made to stick. Lovely stuff there from you, sir. We've got Snacks now chasing the pack up the field. Senna as well tucking in nicely behind, finding a rhythm and making it work for him. Lovely stuff. Merchant now 2.5 seconds adrift of P7. James Mason though hounding the back of the Alpine at the minute through sector 2 into sector 3. These two guys go as he's now in DRS range is young Master James Mason into the chicane. They are going to be coming now. Merchant taking a very wide line there, making that entry as straight as he could do. That is a great little line there from Mercy into the chicane. Might have to use that myself the next time I am on circuit, which is a rarity, I may add. Man does not drive that much anymore. I am purely here to commentate and talk absolute drivel over these guys, putting on a show for myself and for you all sat here watching as well. Ryan Wotton, 1.5 seconds adrift. Under pressure from Tempo behind in the McLaren. Doing his smart thing is Tempo, not dumping the battery quite as of yet. Using his natural pace to follow the car in front. Oh, Abdi DNF! Somewhere on the field. Yes, he has. Where's that happened? Through sector 2. Was it sector 1? I believe. Yes, it was. Coming through turn 4. I think he's got onto the gravel, I believe, or just took a little bit of entry curb too much and brought that Aston Martin right round. Baby, right round. Going into the wall, I believe, or having contact made from another car. I am not too sure. Let's have a nosy, shall we? Let's see if any cars have damage. Mr. Plain's car looking all nice and neat. First Agent's Ferrari looking well as well. Same with Kurt Mistro in the Haas. In place, all intact for everyone. That is at the front of the pack. So Abzi, I think, losing it on his own doing, it seems. So that has brought out a full course safety car, which gives me a great opportunity to go to the toilet, seeing somebody readied up too soon in the second race. So whilst this safety car comes out, let me turn off all the HUD real quick, give you a good little view of the guys. There we go, we'll hop on board, First Agent in P2 in the Ferrari, let the game take you around whilst I go to the toilet real quick. Be right back. Ooh, there we go. Right. Toilet break over. Jobs are good. Oh, dear me. Excuse me. As my nose decides to not want to work as a nose. So let's bring up some gizmos real quick. Perfect. Positions changed. Have a quick rundown of how lads have got on so far. 7 laps in to the 32 allocated for the second race of the evening. Exotic Planes in P1, making up 1 position. First Agent down 1, Snacks up 2, Senna down 1. Sorry, Mercy, great gainer so far, up 7 positions. It is Mason up 1, Ryan Wotton up 4. One of the biggest gainers though for the moment, Tempo 4K, very much making moves in 4K it seems tonight. Up 10 positions. AJ up 6 as well. Great effort from you, sir. Cinefella as well, up 10 positions. Good to see you survive the lap 1 carnage matey for the second race. GG's to you there. One Jim losing out on 2. Kurt Miso down 6. I'm going to assume he has just pitted though for a set of new rubber. Flecking down 5. Lager says he's gained 1, but his number's in red. So yes. Turbo down 1, Angry Dave P down 6, Delboy down 1 after his big spinneroonie. Going onto the straight, a little bit of contact made between himself and another car. And Redding up 1 as well. So up the field we will go. Excuse me, I do apologise. A safety car comes in this lap, very quickly out and very quickly in around Imola. Apparently is the safety car. As we see guys further down the field warming up those tyres. Getting those tyres into the right window that they want. Oh, goodness me, apparently my nose has become the most blocked thing on the bloody planet. No idea why, but yeah, apparently has. Oh, goodness me. So, safety car peels away. Mr. Plays becomes El de facto of the Delta. Sends it early. It seems does the Williams. First agent following him through nicely. Snacks as well on the gearbox of the Ferrari. Also sent it under pressure. Mercy under pressure as well. In fact, he's not. He is the pressure. Is Mercy into turn one. He goes round the outside of the AlphaTauri, almost pushing the gearbox of the Alfa Romeo into turn one and turn two. Ryan Wotton following behind nicely as well. Tempo still hounding the back of that car. It seems not wanting to let Ryan breathe an absolute inch at the moment. Good stuff from Yusa. Is it as well getting away nicely after the safety car restart. We've got a small procession here of Cinderella out of that. Words are difficult. They are really, really, really hard. Getting that move made. I believe, no, he did not. It looked like he was about to make a move there on the car in front, but looked to opt out, I think, and go the smarter route. Get Mishra losing out on a couple of positions down the field. We've got cars here duking it out. El Laga, very opportunistic move there. Wanted to maybe go around the outside, then the inside of the chicane. Not the smartest move there to be making. I can assure you that, going onto the grass, so using the runoff very wisely, having his wits about him, not making contact into the chicane, looking to get out of that move, and living to fight another day, as Flecky is looking rampant as ever at the moment as he gets that Red Bull barreling into turn one, passing McLaren. He goes, kept Mishra as well in the house, dumping all that battery into one as well. Wookity Jim getting absolutely swamped, it seems, by cars at the moment. Two cars getting by into turn one. Straight away after the safety car restart, guys looking to flex those muscles and get those moves made nice and early after the safety car restart. Great stuff there from Flecky and Kurt Mistro in the Haas, getting one car overtaken very nicely with the overspeed and that battery very much being dumped. It's Turbo on the back of Lager at the moment. What has he had for breakfast this morning? Because Turbo is very much is turbocharged right now in P15, chasing Lager in the Aston Martin through Sector 2 of Dingenshire. I do love to see is Turbo looking competitive on circuit. Yes, yes, and more yes. Fan favourite of mine, Discord favourite of everybody. Get Maestro now. Speaking of go-go juice, not holding back, not letting up, it seems, on these overtakes in the second race. Getting past that Red Bull into Sector 3, getting that move made. Very nice from User. Oh, car right round McLaren into the wall. Wookity Jim getting the exit all kinds of wrong there. Losing out on a front wing as well. Box, box, box for that McLaren. Get a new wing on that bad boy. Going right round there in the background. First agent now on the back of Snack still. Not letting the Dutchman rest up either at the moment. 5 tenths behind into the hairpin he goes. Senna as well, 6 tenths adrift of the man in P3. Relatively cleanly away for all parties involved for the moment. Mercy looking dangerous as well in P5 on a set of 10 lap old medium tyres. They're going to be getting into a nice little window of life after 10 laps. But also those hard tyres as well are going to be starting to feel very nice indeed for all the hard runners up and down the field. We've got cars taking penalties for track limits. It seems, yes, they are. We've got a hello. We'll get back on that in a moment. Is what we will do. Is we've got Mercy dumping all of the battery into the Alpine. What I want to get around the outside. As I said, not quite got the overspeed. Late on the brakes, so that's a very advantageous move there into turn one. Late on the brakes, around the outside he goes. A little bit of contact made through the mid-corner. Nothing too bad or extreme nonetheless. Move being made and getting that move stuck into turn 1 in the Alpine. There, great stuff there from you, sir. Upon your league racing return, things you love to see. Now, Senna now under pressure from James Mason behind, and Tempo lurking in the wakes there. 6 tenths behind also. Behind the Alpine and the Alfa Romeo as these guys come flying through Sector 2. Great shot here from the game provided by the helicopter camera above the circuit. I've mentioned it once, I've mentioned it twice. Great game this has not been. Good camera angles, yes, yes and yes. It seems is all of the way forward on this game. Hopefully the next game is a lot better finished product, and from what I've seen of the new game, it is looking promising. I must say, the new game excuse me, as my lungs almost collapse on me, it seems. Was I mid-sentence? Goodness gracious me. Apparently oxygen can choke you out. Who knew? But yes, the new game is looking promising at the moment from all the stuff that I have seen about the new game. The new model of the new handling model, I should say, is looking very good and crisp on the new game. So hopefully that prompts better league racing, better lobbies as well. Hopefully so. We can all dream, eh? We can all wish for a better experience on the Formula 1 game. Hopefully so. We shall not know until that game is released, which I think it is next month, I believe, or the month afterwards. June rings a bell, but I could be wrong. But what I'm not wrong about, though, is Tempo's pace tonight in that McLaren. Almost pushing James Mason at the moment through Sector 2 in the AlphaTauri. Fully chicane, these two guys go. A little bit of snap there of oversteer upon the exit. Still very much on the back, though, of the AlphaTauri. Coming down into Sector 3. Not quite getting that move made yet. Wise choice. Took in behind. DRS line gone by. DRS enabled very much so. Going to be getting the run into turn 1. Nice and early. Battery to play with as well. Around the outside he goes, as his car vanished there. Apparently Casper the friendly fucking McLaren out of absolute nowhere. There he is. Into turn 1 he goes, getting that move made very much halfway down the straight. It seems, as I mentioned earlier, battery life around here is so important. If you're caught with no battery and the car behind gets DRS, you are a sitting duck halfway down that straight into turn 1. 9 times out of 10 that move is made long before the braking zone. That is for certain. As we've got Tempo now looking to maintain this momentum here that he is carrying in P6, as my chest is making me make some all kind of hello hass there off his side of the road. It seems very much parking up or getting out of the way for blue flags, one of the two. Tempo losing out a little bit of time there through the chicane to DSL Senna in P5. Still in DRS range at the moment. Is he? Yes, he is. Very much just kept within that 1 second gap upon the DRS detection line. Senna as well now getting DRS on the Alpine in front of Mercy. Getting a very big dose of overspeed into 1, not quite close enough yet. Not using the battery is what I was trying to say. Not using the battery into turn 1 there wasn't Senna. Doing it the smart way, just getting the wing open at the rear, using that overspeed, keeping that battery saved up for when you are close enough to make that move stick. And right now, that move might be made into not quite yet. Smart boy there was looking to opt out, going down the inside of the natural, the way that corner goes through there. If you're on the inside, you get a big wash of understeer, throws you out wide a little bit, which then that car on the outside doesn't have much room to play with as far as racing room is concerned. So looking to just tuck in behind has Senna, get DRS for this lap, use that battery that he has so wisely saved up, and get this move made into turn 1, hopefully for the boss man, and he can be on his merry way. His mercy now boxers actually, so never mind about that. We've got a DNF somewhere on circuit. Yes, we have safety cars come out. And Senna races that safety car out the pit exit there, as he was his been grumbling as he goes flying by. Redding losing the car somewhere on circuit. I think it's through sector 2. Yes, it was. So, bring up tyres real quick. Also, let's me see who is boxing and who is doing what. Safety cars aren't bad sometimes because it gives my voice a 30-second break. So not a bad time there for a cheeky safety car just to give my voice 30 seconds to breathe. We've got cars diving into the pit for some new tyres. So I've been playing Diablo 4 more than F123. I saw that. Didn't that come out like last week, Silver Dog? I think it was. Last week or the week before, I believe. Not been a fan of those kind of games personally. Not a big fan of the whole pointy, clicky kind of. Was it RPGs? Are they? Is it RPG games? Whatever they're called, anyway. But not really my forte as far as gaming goes. But oh, Senna! 5-second time penalty. Speeding in the pit lane. I think it was Senna. It was indeed. Naughty, naughty. From the boss man there, speeding into the pit lane. Get on those brakes. Get that delta, get that deficit down. I'm always a case of I would rather go very much too slowly into the pit lane rather than push the limits on how fast you can go in. But every driver is different. That I can assure you. So, as we saw some cars going into the pit lane. So some drivers chopping and changing up and down the field. So we've got Ryan Wotton sat in P1 at the moment. A net P1, I should mention, on a 16 lap old set of hard tyres. Get Mistro in P2 on a set of 10 lap old hards. As well, guys at P1 and P2 looking to opt for track position rather than getting into the pit lane for a new set of rubber. And then we've got Mr. Plain, Snacks, Fresh Agent and Senna all on the faster medium compound tyre, which will happily see you through this rest of the race. We've got Mercy on a fresh set of hard tyres, Del Boy on a set of 10 lap old hards, Des Mason and AJ the SP Laser Guy on a fresh set of mediums as well. The rest of the grid on the hard tyre. Now this game was very much a case of hard tyre was the tyre to go on this game. And I think a lot of the drivers will concur that statement. Is on the older games, the hard tyre was shit, to be fair, to be honest. The hard tyre was one of the worst tyres to go on. It was always a case of medium soft or soft medium. It was very, very rare on last year's game or the game prior to that as well that you would opt for a hard tyre because they were crap. Whilst this game has been very, very different. The hard tyre has been one of the best racing tyres to go on to throughout this game. We'll be curious to see whether that stays true in the next game as well. So we'll absolutely keep an eye on that for the next one. Oops, fat fingered, there we go. We'll get on board the leader, Monsieur Ryan Wotton, in the Williams, holding on to a 3-second time penalty, I believe. Yes, it is. So let's go down the naughty list, actually. whilst we're here, let's go down and name and shame some drivers, eh? Who's been put on the naughty list for tonight? Ryan Wotton, 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Senna and Mertzi with a 5 second of each. I'm going to assume speeding in the pit lane. Tut. Doughboy 3-second time penalty as well for track limit impeding. Tempo 3 seconds. AJ 6 seconds worth as well. Cinefella 3 seconds. Flecky 5 seconds. Speeding in the pit lane. Tut. Should know better. Wonky Jim 3 seconds. And Angry Davy P sat on 9. Schnell. So as Ryan now peels away from the pack, it seems nice and early. Mr. Plains very much catching Kurt Mistro, sleeping and napping on the back now, dumping all that back. I want to get this move done early as he can do into turn 1. The always been working nicely late on the brakes as well, gets that move done into turn 1. And the Williams boys now holding a net P1 and P2 for the moment. Snacks and Fresh Agent holding and maintaining where they was upon the safety car restart. Kurt Mistro now around the outside into the hairpin. Yes, he is. Oh, this move being made left, right, and centre as Mercy now being absolutely swamped on these hard tyres. These hards needing a couple of laps to get up to temperature, get bedded in before you really notice the pace within these hard tyres. But that first lap and a half, 2 laps, 3 laps, you are vulnerable. You are a sitting duck to the guys that pitting off Rami right round middle of the chicane. That's a very inconspicuous place to go right round, it seems. Hopefully he's got out of there safely and not picked up any more cars. No, he has not. GG's there to you, Fresh Agent, for being patient there and getting that car out of harm's way. Very easy to lose a car through that chicane. Oh, hello, boss man on back of a car again. Who'd have thought, eh? Senna now chasing Kurt Mistro into turn 1 in the Alfa Romeo. Mercy now losing out a little bit on the safety car restart on those hard tyres. As I've just mentioned, getting up to temperature are those hards. So once they get bedded in, that pace starts to come back a little bit, the grip starts to come through, you wear off that top layer of rubber on those hards, and you're back in the groove and back up the field. He's going to be looking to go. It's Senna now almost pushing the Haas of Kurt Mistro through sector 2 as he runs a little bit out wide through turn, couldn't tell you, turn 11 maybe? How many corners is it? 19 corners. I think that was turn 11. Maybe not. Could be wrong. Could be talking out of my ass. But I digress from anal speaking. As Senna now on the back of Kurt Mistro still. DRS going to be enabled in the next lap, I believe. So into the final 2 corners, the 2 guys come. Very much got enough battery to prompt an overtake. Has Senna saving that battery, but I think Kurt Mistro as well is very much dumping. No, he is not. Both drivers looking to not dump the battery, save it up for a later date. It seems, yes, they are. Moves down the field still being made. 3 cars going into turn 1 as AJ Tempo and the Del Boy having a little ding dong here. Going into turn 1 briefly. Now compromising himself though as Del Boy to the car behind of Cinderfella into turn 4 and 5. Into the hairpin that these guys go. As he looks to tuck in behind the Red Bull and follow him through throughout the remainder of this lap. Well, a move being made up the field. As soon as I take me bloody eyes off you both. There's a move being made up the field there by DSL Senna on Kurt Mistro through sector 2. Was it down the inside? Was it around the outside? I don't know. I wasn't looking. Bugger me. As soon as I looked away, you can't, that's like COD timing in F1. Unbelievable. James Mason now, 4.5 tenths adrift of the Haas in front. Kurt Mistro getting swamped a little bit, it seems. For the, is that a car stopped somewhere on circuit? Am I tripping balls, or is that a Haas just parked up somewhere. No, there we go. It's gone now. That was weird. There was a car on my minimap in turn 1 just sat there for some ungodly reason. Not too sure why. Oh, hello. Back in the grid. We are going to go. Del Boy and Cinderella still duking it out, battling it out into turn 1. Yes, they are. Alpsy now. Is that Alpsy? No, it's Lager, sorry. On the back of the car as well. Looking to poke his nose into the funsies of these two guys. Oh, a big snap of oversteer there by Lager. Coming through turn 4, getting it on the power a little bit too early there. The car not responding nicely on these hard tyres. The rears lighting up like a firecracker. Getting a big snap of oversteer on the exit. Caught it well enough though, and is on his merry way nonetheless. 3 tenths now behind Del Boy in the Red Bull. On the back of Cinderella, he is as well almost. We got a yellow flag in sector 1. Is that a retirement in the pit lane? Yes, it is. And the AI coming back out on circuit. I think it was. Yes, it was. So, tempo 9 tenths adrift of Mercy up the field. James Mason now 4 tenths behind, 5 tenths now of Kurt Mitchell. DRS going to be wide open for the young man, but battery life again not his best friend right now. Not doing a good job of reserving that battery for when you are close enough to attack. I can't express that enough. How important your battery is during a racing evening. Because if you've got no battery to attack with, then you can't set up an attack, you can't set up an overtake. If you've got no battery to defend with, you're a sitting duck into every DRS zone you ever come across. You want to save that battery, follow the cars through, recharge some of that kinetic energy into the braking zones, and then use it for when it's needed. You shouldn't be dumping battery through sector 1, 2 and 3 when there's no cars around you. Just get that pace going, find the rhythm as tempo goes. Oh, Mercy! Oh, what? Okay, what the chuff? I mean, he was there, and then it lagged, and then he was there, and then he lagged. I'm not too sure what happened there, but he was on circuit, started spinning, desynced back onto circuit, and then now he's there again. Fair enough. Fair enough. I digress. James Mason, 8 tenths behind. Kurt Mitchell in front. Now you see, saving up a little bit of battery. Now's the time. Save the battery up now still. You've got DRS. You're getting the tow. You're getting overspeed on the car. So that gap into the car in front is always going to come down naturally with that DRS. Now look at him. 3 tenths behind now. Battery being saved up. Again, follow him through. Get close enough to that car so where the tow is helping you shut that gap up. And then DRS comes around and you've got battery to play with. It's not all about raw pace. It's not all about keeping that car on circuit. Half the battle is racecraft. It's knowing where to make the move, knowing where to make the overtake, knowing where to defend, knowing where to push your car, and knowing where to dump that battery, which is what we're seeing now from the AlphaTauri of James Mason. 2 laps ago wasn't close enough. No, a Talali was close enough to get DRS, but didn't have the battery to attack with. Now, 2 laps later, he's got behind that car, pulled him through, saved up a little bit of battery, so now hopefully can mount an overtake into turn 1. So we will keep on board this now of the young man. See if he heard my advice. And now going to be dumping that DRS. Again, follow him through. Make sure you're close enough to be a pain in the ass. And save up that battery for a later date. Great stuff there from James Mason. Making sure he's just got that. Oh, hello. Cinderella on the outside of the Aston Martin into turn 1. He goes. Dumping the battery. And using the DRS into turn 1. Now, Fresh Agent getting involved in 2-4. Very much half a car length up the side of the Aston Martin. It seems switch back, maybe not quite yet. That door is always shutting, given the natural way turn 4 and 5 goes through with cars on this circuit. Not much room there to navigate for 2 cars to go side by side or get that switch back on the car in front. So we will keep on board the Ferrari for the minute. 40% battery for the Ferrari at the moment, going through sector 2, going now into sector 3. Lager going to be getting the DRS from the car in front as well. Cinderella on 3 seconds worth of time penalty. So realistically, Lager doesn't have to get this move done if it maintains how it is now. With the penalty for the guy in front, he'll jump that position regardless. But we all know, if you are here and you race yourself, that is not how you want business to be attended to. You want to get that move done. You want to get past that car in front and get further up the field. Battery being dumped at the start of the DRS straight. Saved it now for the last stage. On the outside, he goes into 1. Fluidly through 2. Great move there from Lager in the Aston Martin. Great stuff there from you, sir. As now Cinderella now being compromised to the car behind of Fred. Oh, very deep into 4. Flying by goes the Ferrari there. Past him into 5. Great stuff there from Fresh Agent, being close enough to pounce upon any mistakes being made by the cars further up the field. Great stuff there from you, sir. And my friend, absolutely. Now, Jez Mason, the second car on circuit who's closest to a car in front, 6/10 behind at the moment, but kept his nose clean. No track infringements from the young man so far. No penalties for him. 3 for the car in front, 5 for DSL Senna, which was a speeding in the pit lane, which that will go upon his finishing time, unless he pits again for a set of tyres where he can serve that 5 seconds under a pit stop, which at this point of the race he will not be boxing for a fresh set of tyres. He'll be ragging those motherfuckers until the end. Yes, he will. There's Mason now chasing the back of this Haas like a rabid dog, it seems, into the hairpin. These two guys go. Kurt Mistro doing a valiant job here, I must say, at keeping this young man at bay behind him at the moment. 4.5 laps, I believe. These two guys have been duking it out, battling it out on circuit. But Mason now on the back, very much almost pushing him through the hairpin and up the hill, saving up a healthy chunk of battery as well. It seems good stuff there from you, young man. Getting that IQ into play, getting your wits about you, as well as he comes into the chicane. Losing out a little bit of time there upon the exit of the chicane. Easy to do, as I mentioned earlier. Ride too much over the entry curb, the rears get a little bit unsettled, then you can't get that power down as early as you want. You lose a little bit of time to the car in front. Now DRS wide open now, as I smack my microphone again for the 4th time tonight. DRS wide open, battery not being dumped a little bit at the start, but not dumping it too much at the minute. Opting to follow this car through for another few laps, it seems, and waiting to pounce on the Haas in front. As tempo now on the back of Mercy, these two guys here have raced with each other throughout a few leagues, I can assure you that. 9 seconds for tempo, 11 seconds. Oh, bumper to gearbox. Front wing to gearbox, I should say, not bumper. We're not in GT3 cars. Front wing to gearbox there from Tempo and Mercy. No serious damage done, and Tempo not going by, and Mercy not going a right round either. Easy to do in the hairpin, although Mercy is lagging absolutely everywhere. It seems plugged in his dial-up for the race tonight has Mercy. AOL very much being the power of his internet tonight, it seems. A hard thing to do is follow a car in front that is lagging everywhere, because you have no idea where he is, what he's doing, or where he's going to move. Now, Fresh Agent now on the back of AJ in the Mercedes-Benz. Dara is going to be enabled for the Ferrari as well. AJ holding 6 seconds of penalties at the moment, as James Mason now gets that move made up the field. He's up there. Words are so hard. It are impossible. Vocabulary impossible. It really is. James Mason opting to pull the trigger on Kurt Mistral, getting that move made. Very wisely, digging in for a few laps, getting that battery saved up and getting that move made. GG's there to you, young man. Racing IQ engaged. Things I'd love to see is drivers using that talent on circuit to be quick, but using your brain to have your wits about you. As I mentioned earlier, racecraft is a pivotal thing about racing in a decent F1 league. Any form of league, for that matter, whether it is in a Formula 1 car, if it's in a GT car, or it's in karting. Racecraft is an important factor to have whilst you are racing, and that is what we've seen there from that young man tonight. Is racecraft digging in, tucking in behind the car, and getting that move made at the best time during the race. Great stuff there from you, sir. As Lager now on the back of AJ, almost 7/10 adrift at the moment. DRS enabled for him, yes it is. As we see the red light of AJ's car there flashing as that Mercedes is harvesting some battery into turn 1. First agent on the back of tempo, as well again time penalty is now going to be playing a massive factor into the finishing proceedings of this race. Snacks in P2 on 3 seconds. DSL Senna 10 seconds adrift though on 5 seconds. So now James Mason 5.5 seconds behind Senna. Excuse me. At the moment. So all he needs to do is try his best to get into that 5-second window within the last lap and a half, and he can very much snatch away a podium, can the young man, in the second race of the evening. Chris Agent looking healthy as well, as I must say, sat on no penalties. Tempo on 12, Mercy on 11, so those two guys naturally so going further down the field once the checkered flag is waved. And Kurt Mistral on 3 seconds as well. So First Agent here could very much make up a decent chunk of positions here upon the checkered flag. We will absolutely keep an eye on that as Tempo gets out of shapes there into 1 and into 2, running a little bit out wide as well into 3 almost, defending like a little bit of a hooligan as well as Tempo into 4. Catch that bad boy, great save there from Fresh Agent. Woohoo! Heart in the mouth moment there from the Ferrari over Fresh Agent and 47. They're getting all kinds of out of shape upon the exit. Yanks are running and getting a 3 second there from track limits. That is very harsh. I'd be very surprised if the clip's not sent through there for where he's got that penalty, because I don't know where he's exceeded track limits there after being very much pushed onto the side of the circuit by Tempo in P7. So we will keep an eye on the Discord after the race to see if anything gets sent in. As far as clips goes to the stewards, up the field we will go though. Don't want to miss out on the race leader getting the job done. Into the hairpin he goes. Snacks 6/10 adrift, but holding a 3 second penalty nonetheless. James Mason now trying his damn hardest, it seems, to get within this 5 second window of Senna up the road. 5.5 tenths behind at the minute. Last lap of this second race of the night. Not going to quite get into this 5 second window, it seems. I'll keep an eye on his delta though, is what I will do as Lager down on the back of Fresh round the outside of the hairpin. Not quite yet, running out a little wider. Oh, McLaren right round Tempo, and then lost it on the hairpin as well. As I mentioned earlier, such an easy spot to lose the rear of the car on the exit there. You want to get the car rotated through that corner as much as you can to get your wheel as straight as you can, as early as you can, to where you can get on the power. The worst thing you can do there through the exit is get on the power whilst you're still inputting that steering whilst the car is rotating around. Don't want to be doing that. As Mr. Plays takes home P1, Snacks P2, DSL Senna maintaining P3 for a decent and well-crafted podium. James Mason as well in P4. Great drive from you, young man. Kurt Mistral defending like an absolute lion, I must say. very much showcasing the art of defending there through the 4 or 5 laps I was on board U2. GG's there from you, good sir. Lager P6, first Agent P7, Mercy P8. AJ in P9, Cinefella up to P10 Doughboy after his big spin around. Clawing back into P11. Great recovery drive there from you, sir. Out of points, yes, but a good recovery drive nonetheless. Ryan Wharton in P12, Tempo P13, hindered by a lot of penalties there throughout the race. Turbo bringing it home in P14. GG's baby to you, sir. And One Kiddie Jim making up the remaining positions on the grid. Woo-wee! That was something. Jesus Christ, my throat. Driver of the day there, second race of the evening goes to Lager. The game loving the Aston Martin boys, it seems, throughout the recent weeks' proceedings. Mr. Plains P1, GG's to you there, sir, for bringing home the win. Snacks as well, P2, can't forget you, mate, the Flying Dutchman. Great drive from you. And Senna bringing home the podium for your boy. GG's to all involved there, up and down the field. Great stuff from all parties involved. Whew. Oh, Nelly. Oh, my bottom jaw is weak. It's weak. Oh, lovely stuff. So, results for the weekend then, eh? Results for the weekend. So we got sprint race results. Fresh Agent, Mr. Plains, and DSL Senna making up your P1, 2, and 3 from the sprint. Absy, Snacks, Get Mistro, Des Mason, Flicky 3, 2, 1, One Kiddie Jim, and Angry Davy P making up the rest of the top 10 positions in the first race. GG to all involved for that race, for the first race of the evening's proceedings. And in the second race of the night, Mr. Plains P1, Snacks P2, the Boss Man P3. James Mason drove valiantly as ever, I must say, trying to get that 5-second gap down quick enough in the dying stages of the race in P4, missing out briefly, just, I think, 4/10, I think it was. Yes, 4/10. Oh, man. Oh, 4/10. That hurts. That hurts me. That is pain for you. GG's nonetheless. Kept Misha Lager, First Agent, Mercy, AJ, Cinefella, and... sorry. Kept Misha Lager, First Agent, Mercy, AJ, and Cinefella making up the rest of of the top 10 proceedings in the second race. Driver of the day for the second race. Oh, that's gonna be a tough one. Let me bring up some gizmos here. Hang on. Because the game gave it to Lager for the second race of the evening. But there was some very good driving up and down the field. So it might be a case of I will watch the vlog back tomorrow with AJ, if he doesn't mind. And I will let you know during the day, matey. Because there was a lot going on there, up and down the field. Is what they was. Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll give you a battering later in Discord. It's fine, yeah. Bastard. No, all good. All good, matey. All Gucci. Safety car came out, so man could go to the toilet regardless. So, all Gucci, mate. All good. Right. Well, that is another round of the good stuff from our side of the fence. For some reason, my game is just sat here. This is now my life for the rest of the evening. Looking at two corners at Imola with a very static crowd in what looks like a sheep's pen of fans, to be fair. But yes, that is going to be me and us. Hey, up, random car out of nowhere. Go on, lad! Hit that apex. Woohoo! Rapid. From you, sir. Random car out of nowhere. Who the fuck's that? Just coming out of nowhere on circuit. Who's that prick? Just some random guy just got on track. Just come out of nowhere. Anyway, I digress. A complete throw me off. Anyway, that is going to be me. All done. From our side of things. For all those that are new here, all the good links are on the About Me page for the Facebook group, the Discord, and YouTube as well. I have been your host and your commentator for the evening, Hanson46. For all that was here, thank you for coming in, stopping by, saying hi. For all those that was in chat saying hello, appreciate you as always. Drivers as well, GG's up and down the grid. That was a show. That was a show. So massive kudos to you all that was involved. I will see you all next week, same time, same place, for round 9 of the DSL Sprint League. But until then, have a good night, have a good rest of the week, and have a cracking weekend for all those that are able to do so. Much love. Until next Wednesday, I've been Hanson46. Goodbye for now.